This is what San Bernardino looks like after the protest in the death of George Floyd, who died after a police officer kneeled on his neck. This is the DMV that they burned. You can see there are still like police cars in there, and there are like trucks loading like particle boards so they could put it in on the glass doors. Hear those sirens? That's what we heard during the protest. It's like every minute the cars will alarm. It's so scary. There's like fireworks. I don't know if it's fireworks or guns, but then you will hear like loud noises. This is Gus Junior's. As you can see that the windows are completely closed. This is Walgreens. You see that the windows are broken, the doors were broken, and then they have like a metal frame inside the door. So I saw some of the employees, they were trying to clean it out. On the other side, you will be seeing protesters who are protesting peacefully. They have like signages. This church's chicken is completely closed too. You could also see the Wiener Schnitzel. It was also affected, so they put a particle board. This stores too. You see the whole thing, and it has like graffiti. They didn't touch the 99-cent store, but the store beside it, which is the Waterman Discount Mall, it was affected by the protest. So they loot inside in there too. Right now there are protesters, but then they were just speaking in front. So it's just a peaceful one. Even the Burger King has particle boards too. They just renovated this restaurant, and look at it now. There are graffitis in there. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe to my channel. The store's glass doors were shattered. Gas station is now closed. We're trying to go to Costco, but they are already closed. It's only 4:30 p.m. It's super early. And then there is a curfew at 6 o'clock p.m. but at 4:30 they are already closed. So we tried going to Sam's Club, and luckily it's still open. They usually put the jewelries inside, so you could see it's completely empty. So I think they took it all out. Now if you wanted to buy like a jewelries at Costco, you just need to show them the picture that you wanted, and then they will give it to you, but it's not on the floor anymore. Now we're going to drive around the Waterman Discount Mall. So you can see there are a couple of people in there. They are heavily armed, and I think they are protecting the store. So I stopped videoing because I got scared. And then right next to it is the 99-cent store. So they are all good. This is the Jack in the Box. So completely particle boards on it. O'Reilly's Auto Parts too are the same. Doors are particle boards. The Good Time gifts are covered with it too. The Coin Laundry shop, I see that there are still people who still using it. And now we're heading to see what Stater Brother looks like. We're passing by City Trends, which they put like metal barriers on their walls. So this is what Stater Brother looks like. There are doors where you could go inside, you could still buy something, but then they are just covered with particle boards. The usual stores in the United States are all glass, so you could see everything even though you're outside, but now they were covering it with plastic boards. These are the garbage things that they burned out during their protest. This video is after a couple of days after the protest, so Ross is open. Look at the stores, they are just completely with particle boards. We're still driving around to see what are the changes made. So the curfew has been lifted, so there are no more curfews anymore. So we're trying to see what are still open and what is not. This is the Burger King. Although they seem to be closed, they are still taking orders, and you will see it on the side. There are like drive-through in there. These are the stores right next to it, and as you can see, it's totally covered and full of graffitis. This one is Chase. So nothing happened to Chase. Chase is a bank here in the United States. Good thing that everything was completely destroyed. So some of the stores were untouched. And now we're going to Walmart. So there are still people who are coming in and it's still open. So this is just part in San Bernardino. So you will see that they have plastic boards all over it, and even the entrance has it. So when the door opens or closes, the plastic board goes along with it. And then there will be like people, but they are still having like covers, sanitizing everything. This one is Aldi's food market. So it's totally covered with plastic boards. The store is still open. This one is Fireplace. They are also open. It just looks like that they're closed. Not all of the stores were covered. So as you can see, there are still stores that are still the same, covered with their glass walls. Except for Ulta, it's totally covered. The Hobby Lobby has a very long line. It starts right here all the way on the back. So they are still practicing the 6 feet apart. We got Home Goods right here. TJ Maxx. This one is Ross, and then they just barely opened again after the lockdown. And as you can see, they have a very long line Because of the lockdown, they have a very good deal. That's why people are lining up for it. This one is Bye Bye Baby. You might think that those people are lining up for the Bye Bye Baby, but then this is the continuous of the line for the Ross. And this one is Nordstrom, completely blocked. And this one is Colts. They put metal frames on the back of the glass walls. And this one is Target. So this Target was not touched. And what I noticed is that there are like security cars driving around the stores. This AutoZone, you will be seeing like graffitis that saying we're open, because I thought it was totally closed. But then I've seen people passing through it. And then I was like, what is that small little thing? Then it's a door. Then I was like, oh, it's still open. We went back to Costco just to check on it, and then you could see the sides of the entrance is covered with carts. There are patrol cars too at Costco, the same as the one in Target and in Stater Brothers. This one is the Guitar Center, so I think they are still completely closed. I'm just giving you an overview on what the city looks like now. Don't forget to hit the like button and please subscribe to my channel. This is like a car store, so they try to cover it so it won't be looted. Walgreens hasn't opened yet, they just covered it. This is what the DMV looks like now. They barricaded it with fences, and I don't know if they will ever open. This is Bank of America. As you can see, it is all totally covered. So we were trying to do a transaction, but then there's nothing on it. So this is like a drive-through ATM on Bank of America, and we couldn't get anything. So we tried doing it on the side, and luckily I just get a few dollars on it, because there is like a limit on how much you could get. And you could see the stores on there is like full of particle boards as well. So I was trying to see if they will be getting money on it, and then I saw that guy was like, oh, luckily he got some of it, so I started to go in line. But then there's a limit, so you cannot get everything if it's closed.